An overview of the book of Numbers. The book is called Numbers because at the start God ordered a counting of the people, a census, in the 12 tribes of Israel. After counting all the men who were over 20 and fit to fight, the Israelites began to travel in well-ordered divisions, with God in the middle of the Ark of the Covenant. The book derives its name from the fact that it records the enumeration of Israel. Historically, Numbers take up the story where Exodus left it, and is the book of the wilderness wandering of the redeemed people, consequence upon their failure to enter the land of Kadesh. Typically, it is the book of service and walk, and thus completes with the preceding books a beautiful moral order. Genesis, the book of the creation and fall. Exodus, a redemption. Leviticus, of worship and fellowship. And Numbers, of that which should follow, service and walk. It is important to see that nothing was left to self-will. Every servant was numbered, knew his or her place in the family, and had his own definition assigned to him in service. The New Testament parallel is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. The second typical lesson is that tested by wilderness circumstances, Israel ultimately failed. Numbers is in 5 chief divisions. The first, the order of the host, chapter 1, verse 1 through chapter 10, verse 10. The second division, from Sinai to Kadesh, chapter 10, verse 11 to chapter 12, verse 16. The third division, Israel at Kadesh, chapter 13, verse 1 through chapter 19, verse 22. The fourth division, the wilderness wandering, chapter 20, verse 1 to chapter 33, verse 39, and chapter 5, the fifth division, is the closing instructions found in chapter 33, verse 50 through chapter 36, verse 13. The events recorded in Numbers cover a period of 39 years. The reason why this book was written to show us that man count numbers, but God make numbers count. We like to be on the side of the majority, but God has never worked with the majority. God have always taken the minority. God have always taken the few but the faithful, so that when he work a miracle, you will know that it was not because of you or them, but it was because of him. Enjoy the reading of this book, the book of Numbers.